Hi, it's Lisa Cuneo and welcome to my scrapbook table. I shared a photo on my Facebook page the other day that shows where I store my completed layouts, and then when that section gets full, I make myself sort them and put them in the various albums where they belong. I don't scrapbook in order, I scrapbook what I feel like scrapbooking, and that might be a picture from last week one day and photos from decades ago the next. And so it's a big job to sort them and get them in the right albums because it involves pulling out a lot of albums. And when I did that, someone said, hey, would you do a layout share before you put them away? So that's what this is. There are 46 layouts here. Obviously, I'm not going to talk much about any of them, but I'm going to do a flip through and make a couple of comments. I have them kind of grouped. These are ones that are older, say, than 1993, which in my YouTube channel, that's kind of my dividing line for older, where I put older layouts, because all of those are before our first child was born. And so it's kind of before and after children. So this was 1980 at my brother's wedding. Here are some that will go in album. I have two albums that are just reminiscing, and there's no order. I just pull out photos that make me think of something and I scrapbook them. So these were my parents with their friends at Disney World in Florida, late 80s, early 90s. This is me, December 74, which I would have been 5 years old, I believe. These two are more Disney, and I like how they have a Disney feel. Even though I had no Disney product, I just printed these and colored them with colored pencils, and then I had some things that worked color wise for it. This is where I grew up, and these were taken in the 1992. Yep. Tons of snow. This is my college graduation, which was May of 1991, Indiana University of Pennsylvania. This is mostly a Creative Memories kit, and I added in the dark red because that fit the colors of my university. This is 49 and Market Rust and Revs. This is my father and his three brothers. And these are the two uncles that I knew the most. The younger one lived in Florida, and we only saw him every few years, but these two uncles and their families lived in our town and attended our church, so I knew them really well. And that's my dad with his brothers on my wedding day. This is me telling about my favorite teacher, Mrs. Rensel. And I have some, I created a pocket here for some memorabilia. So those are all the ones that will go in the older reminiscing albums. This is a random page from October of 2019, Holden Arboretum, and this is a Simple Stories fall kit. Right. Christmas 92. And I am pulling all my Christmas layouts, and I decided I'm going to have a Christmas album from here on out, and so I am setting those aside. This is a day in the life. This was me as a teacher, and my goal in the next month or two is to do a day in the life of me now, working part-time 3 days a week at a no-stress job that I love. And while I loved teaching, it was not a no-stress job. So this was right before I left school. Some more Christmas ones. This is December of 23. I was using triangles for a challenge. This one, a quilted piece from my mom. These are a stamp and die set from 49 and Market. I did some mixed media with texture paste around the edge, and this is 49 in market paper, which is just gorgeous. I think these stickers are Echo Park, if I remember right, and more about quilting for my mom. The wood veneer is, of course, from Some Assemblage Required. So, still Christmas. This was the most recent Christmas, 24. I'm telling about my husband's Christmas traditions there. And another Christmas tradition is making these orange rolls. So I actually used, this is Vicki Boutin Christmas paper, but I also used an Echo Park cooking related collection. Okay, so that finishes up Christmas. Here are, these are just random, a few random ones from previous years. Let's see, October of 2019, Holden Arboretum. This is a Simple Stories kit or collection. This is a day in the life of me as a teacher, which I was until about, it's coming up on 2 years now that I have been done. I took these right before I was finished teaching, and that was May of 23. And my goal is in the next month or two to create a similar spread of a day in the life of me now. Here are two of my favorites. I love these. I love the stories behind them. I love how they turned out. This has some Chamel and something else on it. I forget what this one was. This is Pretty Little Studio. I'm in love with this page. I love everything about it. I love the story. I love the colors. I love how it works. I love the photos. It's one of my favorites that I've ever done. And here's my Anna Banana and her hedgehog. This is one that the video for a couple of these actually won't go up until after this layout share does. This is the beginning of a few pages about our visit to the Georgia Aquarium. This is 49 in Market Vintage Artistry Everywhere. And these are the penguins there. This is just some general photos. The dolphin show, which was amazing. This one, there'll be one more page here, and then this just has extra photos. I didn't decorate that or anything. It's just a pocket page for extra photos. All right, then this was Memphis in May of 24. Memphis Zoo, my husband and me, our son, and his sweet wife. These are zoo pictures. I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 pictures on this page, or this layout. I was really excited about that. I don't think that has ever happened before. Some more from Memphis. We were walking a bridge that crosses the Mississippi River over into Arkansas. This was Pittsburgh last July. This is the Rust and Revs collection again. And I roughed up the edges, did lots of inking. And I also used a few Creative Memories stickers from, I think it was called Wandering or something like that. This was taken around just before Christmas last year. These photos were taken. I used a free stencil that I found at a crop and some ink to create those circle bits. And I haven't decided if things like this are going to go in our Christmas album or just the family album. So I'm still mulling that over. This was documenting our daughter who was so sick. At the time I did this, it was the end of January. She'd been sick for 5 weeks. This is now the early April, and she is not all better yet, unfortunately. Again, this is something I'm trying to decide whether this will go to the Christmas album or just the regular family album. but we went to watch a friend of Emily's in a play. They put on the Christmas Carol, and I used a Simple Stories winter collection. Okay, I created this one to document some love notes from my husband. We've been married almost 37 years, and he still leaves me little notes around, and I treasure them. This was a visit. Our daughter's childhood best friend lives just a couple hours away, and she came to visit Emily for a few days, and we got to have dinner with them, and I told about their little American Girl reunion there. This is my husband and me, and I was just sharing about the joy that scrapbooking brings me. And I used some printables, which is a brand new thing for me, from Tracy Reed Designs. And one more. This is Central Park on our ship, not Central Park in New York City. And I was showcasing the flowers here. These papers on the side were from Joann's. I picked them up on clearance there a few months ago, and then I just used some Distress Oxides to create a background. So that is my layout share. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'm gonna get these in albums maybe today, maybe not until tomorrow, and then I'll get back to scrapbooking. Bye.